Welcome to the Literary Apothecary. My name is Kate, and today I'm here to talk about Virgins by Diana Gabaldon. This is an Outlander prequel novella, a historical fiction, fantasy, sci-fi, romance, all of the, well, maybe not romance in this one, but all of the genres that Outlander usually covers. I listened to this audiobook because it was leaving my Audible library on September 23rd, and so I wanted to get it in there. Outlander is, of course, one of my favorite series, so I wanted to be able to make sure I got in as many Outlander books as I could. My general thoughts about this book is that it was great seeing a younger version of Jamie and Ian the Elder. They were so young and naive in this book, it was such a pleasure. Although this was a prequel novella, I personally would recommend reading the main series first and then coming back to this novella, because you'll have a greater appreciation for the characters and the situations that they get themselves in if you learn about the characters first as they are older. Obviously, that's just my opinion, but having read the whole series at least once, I feel like these characters would do better once you know them first, instead of knowing their younger selves first. A spoiler-free description for what this novella is all about. I kind of gave it away a little bit in that general thoughts section, but a young Jamie Fraser learns what it really means to become a man in this Outlander prequel novella. Mourning the death of his father and gravely injured at the hands of the English, Jamie Fraser finds himself running with a band of mercenaries in the French countryside, where he reconnects with his old friend Ian Murray. Both are nursing wounds, both have good reason to stay out of Scotland, and both are still virgins, despite several opportunities to remedy that deplorable situation with ladies of easy virtue. But Jamie's love life becomes infinitely more complicated and dangerous when fate brings the young men into the service of Dr. Hasidi, a Jewish gentleman who hires them to escort two priceless treasures to Paris. One is an old Torah. The other is the doctor's beautiful daughter, Rebecca, destined for an arranged marriage. Both Jamie and Ian are instantly drawn to the bride-to-be, but they might be more cautious if they had any idea who they truly were dealing with. This was originally published in the anthology Dangerous Women, which I need to get because it sounds amazing. We're going to jump right into my call pile categories here and give you an idea of what I loved and what I didn't quite love about this book. Our characters. I love Jamie and Ian. They are some of my favorites in the main series. So knowing the characters already from reading the Outlander series, I thought that this was a great version of the younger selves. Jamie is a bit of a brute in this novella, and it's kind of refreshing to see him in a different light. In the Outlander series, we do see a little bit of his brutish side, especially in the earlier books, but he is mostly romanticized. He is the hero of the books, and so we see him generally in good lights. The atmosphere and setting, while the setting was great and the atmosphere was good, it also didn't feel very different from Scotland, where our main series takes place for me. And this was supposed to be in France, so I wanted a little bit more French in the France. Our writing style, now this is where it felt a little off for me. The writing wasn't bad, but it didn't feel like Gabaldon's writing either. It felt more like a draft of her writing instead of the final product we are used to. It felt stiff and not lyrical like I'm used to. Our plot was simple and yet effective. It was absolutely wild seeing Jamie and Ian, albeit their younger selves, but in this kind of situation, dealing with the French and Jewish, and, well, I won't say more because of spoilers, but it was so wild. Intrigue, I was even more interested than I thought I would be, mostly because this is a different version of Jamie and Ian that we haven't gotten yet. We heard a little bit about their time in France and fighting in France, but we didn't hear too much about it because that was a different time. Our logic After reading and now rereading the Outlander series, I feel like I know these characters well and everything in this novella made sense to their character. However, if you are starting here and you haven't read the main series yet, some of this might not quite make as logical sense to you as it did to me who already know these characters. Enjoyment, of course, I absolutely loved this book. I loved reading this behind a young Jamie and young Ian. Our audiobook narrator was Alan Scott Douglas, and his pacing was really slow. I had to speed it up a lot. But then I had to slow it down a little bit because it was so fast. I was afraid I was going to miss something. His voice for Ian was fine. However, maybe because I'm so used to Davina Porter and the Outlander audiobooks, his voice for Jamie just felt all wrong. It didn't feel like Jamie to me. So that is my quick spoiler-free review for Virgins by Diana Gabaldon, an Outlander prequel novella. If you have read this novella before, let me know in the comments below. What did you think of it? Especially, what did you think of Jamie in this one? As always, keep reading, and I love you all to the moon and back. Bye.